So for all second violins watching right now, this is for Christmas Cellobration. We talked a lot about our rhythms, so if you look in the beginning, we are in 3/4 time, and you have your dotted quarter, 1/8 quarter rhythm, right? So we've played that before. On an open string, it would sound like this. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So if you can practice doing that on an open string, you'll really get good at knowing that rhythm when you go to play with notes. When it comes to notes, we have to make sure that on the E string, since that's where our first notes are, we have third finger for that note, A. Then we have a low 2, which is close to 1, for that note, G natural. And then we're going to an open E. So in the beginning, the first measure, you have 3, 2, 0. Again, that's 3, 2, 0. Notice that space that I have between 3 and 2. Okay? The next measure, it says fourth finger, but I'd rather that you use open E, then third finger on A, and then fourth finger on A. So the first two measures together should sound like this. So again, that's 3, 2, 0, 0, 3, 4. And then you're going to go to a low 2 again on the A string for C natural. 3, 4, or you can use open, okay? Whatever works for you. The next measure, we have another low 2, right? And we hold that over the course of 5 beats, right? Because we have 3 for our dotted half and 2 for our regular half note. But instead of thinking about it and counting to 5, I want you to think about it 3 and then 2. That way you're always staying in time while I conduct. So you think 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then you have 3 and for your 8th notes. So measure 5 with that low 2, close to 1, should sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And those 8th notes are C and D. So even though you're holding that C for a really long time in the beginning, 2, 3, 1, 2, you play that C again on the 8th notes. Then you stay on the D for another 5 beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, D, C. So be ready to re-articulate those notes every time you have the 8th notes, right? And we continue on in that way. You do have a 4th finger at measure 11. I would like you to try to use that, but if you can't, use open E. So again, that's measure 11 where you have E. You can either use open or 4th finger. So let's try to play from the beginning all the way up to measure 13 together, okay? Please be mindful of your low 2s. 1, ready, and 3, 2, 0, 0, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then you basically repeat what we've just done from measure 13. Once you get to measure 17, you have the notes C, 1, 2, 3, then B, 2, 3, then C, 2, 3, 1, rest, rest, okay? So what you should do if you don't know those notes just yet is really make sure that you know the fingering and you know the letter name. So what would help me is if I sat there and I said either the fingering or the letter name in the rhythm. So from measure 5, I might say C, C, D, D, right? Or maybe I'll say the finger number. 2, 2, 3, 3, and hold it for the proper amount of time that you actually hold that note with your bow. Going on to 21, you might want to practice the same technique, right? Because you have moving 8th notes. So you might say A, B, C, C, D, C, D, C, B, because if you can't say it that fast, you certainly can't play it. So from 21, you have open A to B to C natural, low 2. So again, that's A, B, C, right? All on a down bow if you can. So the rhythm there is 1 and 2, 3. Then on measure 22, you have another C. 1, 2, then D, C. The next measure, you go back to D, C, B. So from 21, you have A, B, C, C, D, C, D, C, B. Then you go to G on the D string, 3 fingers. But notice how I'm leaving my 1 down on the A string and while my 3rd finger is on the D string so that I can get back for my next note, C. So while I'm playing that G, I'm already ready for my C because it's another low 2 at 24. Then at 25 you have again A, B, C, C, then E, D. So you can either do 0, 3, but I think it'd be better if you did 4, 3, back to B, A, B. So from 21, see if you can watch my fingers or play along. Ready? 1, ready, and A, B, C, C, D, C, D, C, B, going to G, C, A, B, C, C, E, B, A, B, rest, rest. 29 is basically the same thing, and that'll take you all the way to 37. So I would really like for you to practice from the beginning up to 37 with all the right rhythms, bowings, and especially all the right notes. And the only way you can do that is if you can really say it, right? You really know where you're going by saying it, you know, especially in the beginning if you can say 3, 2, 0, 0, 3, 4, or A, G, E, E, D, E, so that you really know that your mind knows it before you even go to play with your fingers, okay? So practice from the beginning up to 37, and I'll be back with another video for the rest. Good luck.